Hi, I'm back and with a review for you guys this time, and it's actually a review that I wanted to do for quite a while, and I was trying to use the product so that I can get a really good feel of it, and I think I'm actually all set now to do the review. So, as the title says, it's about beauty sponges. Now, I have two. Well, I have more than two, but two different brands. This one here is the Sonia Kashuk blending sponge, and I paid 10 US dollars for this one, or I think it's sold in Trinidad for about 100 TT or 80 to 100 TT dollars. This one that I have here, and excuse that they're both dirty, well, this one is more so because it's lighter, but I use this more often. This here is just a regular beauty sponge, and I think it's the dupe to this, and you can see the size difference. The dupe to the Sonia Kashuk, and this one ranges from about 5 US dollars. And if you're in Trinidad, you get this for, I think it's about 45 to 55, maybe even 65 TT dollars. Now, that's in terms of pricing. In terms of weight, this one is heavier than this one. In terms of feel and texture, this one is a little more soft and spongy than this one, even though I've already both placed them in water to absorb and then squeeze out the excess to do the review. This one got a lot bigger than this one. I don't know if that's because I use this one a lot more than I do use this one, so that could be, and I thought I'll share that with you also. Now, I bought this last summer, and I used this for almost 3 to 4 months straight, and I used this also most of December for my foundation application. Then I stopped because I got this in January, and I've been using this since January, and now it's June, mainly every day, or at least 5 to 6 times a week I've been using this. And so that's about 5 months I've been using this, whereas this one got about 4 months. This one stains a lot. This one is stained up and used up because I use my Pro Longwear a lot and my Clinique long lasting foundation too, so they generally tend to stain this, and I try to wash these both of them when I'm using them after every use, just to keep my face from getting infected or anything like that, from bacteria developing. So what I do is that I wet it and then I use it, and then after I'm finished, I don't generally get to clean it because I'm always in a rush to head out. But what I do is that when I have to use it the next day, while I wet it, I actually soap it, clean it out, leave it for a little while, then do my moisturizer primer, and then I grab for this after that, whichever beauty sponge. So in terms of the uses and how they feel, this one, honestly, because it's a little softer, I find it easier. My hand sinks into it, hence why you will see some nail marks here and there, because my finger sinks into it, and then I apply my foundation. Whereas this one is a little more sturdier, so that even though I've used it for like 4 months, it is in pretty good shape. Now, I do have a bias in terms of which one I do like, and I do prefer this one over this one. Now, this one is cheaper, like half the cost of this, so I can get 2 of this as against the Sonia Kashuk one. So my bias is definitely this. I prefer this, honestly. I think this one is a much better bang for your buck. This one, the application is much better. It's softer. I find it does not absorb as much foundation as this one was. I don't know if it's because this one is so dense, but this was not absorbing as much foundation, even though it looks more stained. I have not used this since December, since I bought this, so that's why this one looks so clean. And ever so often, even though I keep it, I do wash it because I don't want it to harbor bacteria when it dries out, and I actually put it in a Ziploc and store it. But ever so often, even then, I do use this. Now, when it comes to a concealer application, I do prefer this to put on a concealer because it gives it to me, it's a little more firm to go into the grooves, as against this is a little flimsier. but this is, I love this for foundation application. And I thought I will just give you the pros and cons of them before I tell you a little bit about what their use is for, because I figure most of you may know about the use for beauty sponges and would like to at least know, you know, which one you should get, which one is a better bang for your buck in terms of investment. So I thought I'll do that first. For those of you who are not familiar with beauty sponges, I'll spend the time now to tell you about them. These are actually foundation and concealer applications. Some people even use them to put on powder foundation, or even setting powder. I've even seen people say that they use these to, if they have fallouts underneath their eyes, they use it to bounce it off. How you use this, and I use this mainly for liquid foundation, is that I pump my foundation onto the sponge. Some people pump it onto their hand, or if they're using it on a client, they put it on a spatula, not spatula, their plate, and they will dip this in the plate or on their hands, and then they stipple on their face. Now it works a little like the stippling brush where you have to stipple it. Now I found with this one in particular, I had to stipple it all over. With this now, I think this is why I really like this one, is that yes, you do stipple it, but you can stipple it and move and spread it. So you stipple it and you pull, you stipple and you pull. And whereas this one wasn't pulling, when you pull you won't really get much foundation application. It will actually just like move the foundation. Whereas this one you pull, it actually spreads much better and it's much bigger, so it does my face a lot faster than this one would. I sometimes in problematic areas like my cheeks where I do have blemishes, I would actually do pounce it on my face and get to stipple it in. For concealer, I will put it here and apply it, but I do have a concealer brush that I use from Everyday Minerals, and so with that I generally use that for concealer, not this. But I know that when I had this on my Christmas vacation, I did use it, and you can see it got a little more use than my other one for concealer. And I would dip this in my concealer and then put it especially on my eyes, in the corner of my nose, etc. So you can do it for that. I know for people who do use just powder, regular pressed powder or loose powder, they put it in a cap, they pounce it in the cap. You can't necessarily swirl it, so you pounce it in the cap, get some here, and then you actually stipple it on, or pounce it on your face. Yeah, I was using that word all the time, and I just know it just sounded really weird. Yeah, sorry. So you kind of like stipple it on and you do it. I saw that people use this for cream blushes also, where you can just stipple it on, and that's when you want to actually get like a sheer color, or if it's really pigmented and you want to share out the pigmentation, you can actually use this. I have tried this recently with a blush, with another one, not this exact one because I have more than one of these, with a blush, and I got really good application. I don't see people using it for blush, but that was something I personally realized I was using with my cream blushes. So I realized that I could I had one that was really pigmented, and I was thinking, okay, I have to use my stipple brush, but then I find the stipple brush was making it a little streaky and I had to still use my fingers. So I said, you know, I've tried this. So I wet my other sponge and I put it here, and then I started blending it, and I realized it just did a perfect application for my cream blush. So I absolutely love this for that. So I've honestly picked up a couple of these, and I keep it. I plan to throw this after 6 months, so I just have like the end of this month maybe and into a little of July, and then I'm just gonna throw this out and use this. It's so inexpensive that I don't feel guilty if I have to throw it out again. I paid $10 for this, and look, I still have it. I feel like if I, didn't get my money's worth, but I still keep it because I figure if I'm going on vacation or anything and I need something for concealer or what, I don't know, I'm just keeping it. Maybe I'm hoarding it, I don't know. But, sorry. But that's my quick review on these two types of beauty sponge. I definitely prefer this, but some people say they like this too. I don't know, I guess you can play around with it, but if you want my opinion, I definitely recommend this one. It's very good for the price, and it's multifunction. I could use it for a number of things, and yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching, and if you would like me to do any other review, you can always inbox me or leave a comment below. Take care, have a blessed one. Bye bye.